Okay, hello and welcome. This is Aggie FDT 93, and you're watching Late to the Game, my video series. And this is the first time we're trying a new game. Well, new to the video anyway. I know we've spent the last 10 posts or so going through Middle Earth and Lord of the Rings Online. This game is The Outer Worlds. So I started playing this, I don't know, a couple of years ago during when I had the Microsoft GamePass. Um, and I haven't played it in about a year. I really enjoyed it. So we're gonna see if I can figure out what's going on and get back into it. I believe that I need to send a message. This is part of the main quest line. I'm also, so this is on Byzantium, I think is the world that I'm in right now. And here I'm also completing some Canaan quests um, for, I think her name is Ellie. Yep. Ellie has family on this world, and so there were some quests available for her. So that's what we're doing here. And I had just bribed my way past some guards to get into a restricted area.
Board Zone headquarters, or as I like to call it, Jackass Central.
Let's see if they'll let me pass, get into the lift.
Please step away. This entry is for high priority HHC business only.
Okay, so let's try this.
I didn't realize we were still using those iridescent stickers. But this looks right. I'll just need you to register your weapons with a revised request to carry 32B form. Each weapon will need a separate form.
I don't know, ain't nobody got time for that.
It's procedure. Now let's see. Damn it. When did I run out of forms?
I really want to be sarcastic with this.
You don't have to be sarcastic about it. Look, you don't have time to wait on new forms, and I can't afford the citations for impeding HAC business. So I'm going to save us both some trouble and waive your forms.
Well, thank you.
Just know there are a bunch of guards upstairs, and they're all high on dervish mist and low on patience. So try anything funny, and they'll paint the walls with your guts.
Don't worry, boss, I got a plan. First, we get ourselves some tossball sticks, right? Then we sidle up to him all polite-like.
You do that. The rest of us will watch.
Okay, here we go.
Apologies for the wait. I was arranging my stationery. Personal assistant to Adjutant Akande and Chairman Rockwell. I'm also responsible for organizing the adjutant's stationery, which is more of a hobby. Ah. Oh, you were being serious. I'm obliged to inform you that Chairman Rockwell is unavailable for an indeterminate duration. Will there be anything else?
Okay. See, how do we get through this? It's locked. Now, before I try anything, I'm thinking,
Clyde Harlow, agent of the board. Yeah, that sounds even more insane out loud than it did in my head. Then again, Trask knew he was a dead man. Could have been trying to shift the blame.
and I'm really trying to remember the story behind this quest line, so I don't even remember who some of these names are. Um, let's follow some of these rabbit holes, see if I get some information.
I can't imagine Clyde working for the board. But we owe it to ourselves to find out. Trask said he stashed the evidence in a vent back at the base. We should go take a look.
Yeah, but is that for the current quest or is that something else? Trask. Mr. Clark. That's not Trask. Oh, that's for a different quest. That's not what I'm doing now. So we'll ignore that for now. See what Ellie has to say.
So, we're just gonna march straight into Byzantium and acquire some rare chemicals right under the board's nose? I sure hope you negotiated for a raise with this Phineas guy. Ever notice how this job gets bigger and more dangerous every time he calls in? He's asking a lot, Captain. Makes me wonder what your angle is. That's one way of looking at it. Another is that he pulled you out of hibernation without your say-so and got you to do his dirty work. Besides, none of this is your mess, so why go dirtying your hands with it? Hate to say it, but the right thing rarely pays well. The board's put a bounty on his head, and they've got more than enough bits to pay it. I've got no love for the corporations, but they know how to take care of their people. The ones at the top, anyway.
Yeah, I don't know what to do.
Exactly. You seem to have a good head on your shoulders, so I probably don't need to tell you this, but look out for yourself. No one else out here will. Hey, don't get any ideas. I'm just making sure you last long enough to pay me at the end of this. Anything else? What did I tell you? His down with the man shtick was just an act. No one who yammers that much means half of it. Take a page out of my rule book. Don't trust anyone. Then it's easy. Hard for them to get a knife in your back that way. People look out for their own interests. It's a fundamental law of nature, same as gravity and conservation of motion. See, this is what I like about you. You may not be from here, but you fit right in. You're not helping this scientist because you think that crackpot will save the colony. You're right. The point is that self-interest is like self-pleasure. No one wants to admit it, but everyone has a hand in it. Enough about Harlow, though. Anything else?
Okay, so there must be a way to unlock this door.
Our UDL security attendant is always prepared.
we could go this way.
Excuse me, just a moment. Is there something I can do for you? I beg your pardon. Minister Clark's former office is currently closed to solicitors. I suppose that is admissible. Please try not to break anything.
I can't believe that worked.
Look at this fancy office. Chairman's bleeding the whole colony dry.
Okay, let's see. Hmm.
Good afternoon. I'm Chairman Rockwell, and I'm here to address a serious issue facing us. As you all know, our colony has been successful beyond our wildest dreams. Unfortunately, we've recently discovered that our food supply will not be able to sustain Halcyon's population in the long term. Everyone will die. Everyone will slowly stop living from malnutrition. But we're doing it together, and that's what matters. I fucking swear, if someone doesn't give me something to read that will placate the masses soon, all of you will find yourselves violently unemployed. But I can assure you there's nothing to fear. We've got a solution. It's called the Lifetime Employment Program. We will freeze most of the colony to preserve resources, while the best and brightest of Byzantium continue living in prosperity. Look, you idiots! How many times do I have to tell you we can't say shit like that? Fire whoever wrote this! While Halcyon's brightest minds solve the problem of our nutritional shortage, the rest of the colony will be placed in suspended animation. Individuals will be revived on a rotating basis so that every Halcyonite can be part of the important work of saving our colony. By testing paperweights. Sorry, couldn't resist. Let's go again. And someday, in the not-too-distant future when we've solved this crisis, we'll all be back together again working for the good of Halcyon. Until then, the board shall provide for the deserving just as it always has. So, obey your supervisors, take your vitamins, follow your corporate-mandated grooming rituals, and rest assured with the board on your side, there is nothing to worry about.
I always knew the board was...
Three to 9 months. Okay, what now? City and stars. Let's see. Retrieve the dimethyl sulfoxide. You've learned the dimethyl sulfoxide is at the Ministry of Accuracy and Morale, along with whatever Chairman Rockwell is working on. Okay, that's all on Groundbreaker. Alright, so let's get out of this office.
Hey, Ellie. Hey, Ellie, how's your head? Still spinning?
Felix, the secret to surviving a good night is a big breakfast. Wait, what are you yammering about?
I was just curious is all. You used to make a face whenever we talked, like you had a headache. But I guess you're feeling all right now.
Look, you're okay, but don't go rubbing it in, all right?
Okay, so I just wanted to make a quick save just in case things went south here. So we needed to go down a few floors.
I think I'm gonna start taking my lunches out in the city. That woman from downstairs is still in the cafeteria.
That scientist? The one who's been pounding the clerks? The shutters, too.
They're all pretty unpleasant. What do you think they actually do down there?
Okay, how do we get down the stairs before? Crap.
Keep your shoulders up.
Before you
Not so
kinda,
fast. The Ministry of Accuracy and Morale is off limits to everyone without X-36 level clearance.
What level clearance? You're just making up words.
Basically, if you don't work here, or for Chairman Rockwell himself, you're not getting in. I don't know how you got that, but I still don't know you, and I don't have any new clearances on the list.
hmm. Okay, where's the exit? Because we're about to get found out here. Oh, that's not it. Oh no.
What? No visitors allowed, citizen. I'm gonna need to see some identification.
Okay.
Sure. I've heard that one before. Stop! I don't want to hear anymore. Just don't let me catch you again without your ID. Okay?
Okay. Yep. Okay, do need to get through here. No, that's not. Hmm. Well, that wasn't helpful. Where are you two been?
Hey, did Tillman get transferred or something?
That's right, you weren't here when it happened. Some UDL officers took him into custody.
Oh, law, what did they take him for?
UDL's been questioning anybody with possible connections to Phineas Wells. And, well, Tillman designed all those wanted posters.
So UDL's interrogating Tillman? Ugh, that's disgusting. Can't believe I had lunch with him.
Okay, looks like I'm gonna have to navigate my way through the restricted areas. I was just in that one. Need to find a way downstairs. And here's the other one. I wonder if these are lifts. Look at the other area. Down to the left and then right to the end to the right. Yes, this is what I need. This is an opening. Oh, here we go. Okay, if I go straight and then to the left, kind of zigzag around the main, what looks like a main hallway, then go through the last door to the left. Oh no, that doesn't actually. Nope, 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 nope. To the third door to the left. And to
Looking good, soldier.
not this one. Next one. No. Oh. We're gonna get spotted. How how do we get in there?
No visitors allowed, citizen. I'm gonna need to see some identification. What? I don't need to see your identification.
Move along.
Move along.
Okay. Gonna have to be careful with my movement. Okay, this is where we need to be. How do we get down there? Oh, this gets me to the next room. So, here we go. How do I retrieve it? Ah. There we go. Transfer to canister. Now, what do we need this for? Can we just take the partial? Hey, leveled up. Let's see, I had some trouble with this one. And persuade. Persuade. Okay, let's see what perk we can use for Ellie. Give her better armor rating. Felix gets something. Yeah, he's the tank, so we'll do that. Okay, so now I need to get out of here. Oh yeah, we need to go back up the stairs. Actually, uppercut. And let's blow this popsicle stand. Okay, I think we might be done in Byzantium. So we need to, yeah, Ellie was, so we visited her parents in Byzantium. We need to go to Fallbrook for her next step. Felix, we need to go back to I guess it's on Scylla. Okay, I'm done with Byzantium. We'll do fast travel.
Some crew members are causing a disturbance on the ship. I believe you have a message from Adjutant Sophia Akande.
No one ever looks quite the same in person as they do in my reports. And my reports of you have been exceptionally thorough. You've had quite a career. I think you're being modest. I've been keeping up with you ever since Emerald Vale. Now that was an interesting piece of work. A rundown backwater, barely worth the ink on a map. Until you showed up. Today the region is profitable for the first time in years. Its workers are productive. They might even be happy. All this happened because some mysterious stranger fell out of the sky. Not always. For the longest time, I could never be sure if you were on our side or against us. You should be back on the Hope, frozen in a hibernation chamber. Yet here you are, flying about in a stolen ship, leaving a trail of paperwork in your wake. The board doesn't know what to make of you. But I do. I've seen your potential. There's so much we can do for this colony. Then let me help you make up your mind. You have something I want. I'd like to negotiate. Phineas Wells is wanted by the board. I want to convince you to turn him in to us. He has a litany of charges against him. Vandalism, illegal experimentation, sedition. I could go on. Wells is a dangerous madman. His plan is going to endanger everyone in Halcyon. He's an obsessive psychopath. And he's using you. You're in contact with Wells. I want you to send us a tracing signal from his communication terminal.
Looking at some of these options there. You want me to sell them out?
Wells was our mistake. We failed to apprehend him for years. I'm asking you to help me correct that mistake. I'm sending you my access code. Contact me from Wells's terminal. When you're done, come speak to me in my office.
Adjutant Akande's call has been terminated. Will there be anything else, Captain?
Now, hold on. What happens if we hit the wall?
Most likely, the bullet will ricochet, which could be bad. Or hilarious. There's a tiny chance of a hull puncture, which would suck us into space one chunk at a time. Bad and
Okay.
hilarious.
Ugh. Just imagine that makes me sick.
Now arriving at Phineas's top-secret orbital lab. If you
Okay.
don't mind my saying, Captain, Minister Clark is lucky to have you on his side.
You got a second?
If we wanted the board's attention, we got options. Piracy, vandalism, maybe some light arson. We want to put some fear in the board, right? Get them scared of us. I want to believe you, but the adjutant didn't seem too scared of us. You just got an audience with Sophia Akande. That's the adjutant to the chairman? You sure we should be trusting her? If you think she's using us, why'd you give her the time of day? You
I
got
got a
some
plan.
secret plan to double-cross the board? I knew it! Sorry, I probably shouldn't have said that out loud. I know we're freelancers and all. We take work where we can find it. But we gotta be vigilant, you know? This is how the board gets you. A job here, an errand there. Before you know it, you're calling him sir and ma'am. I appreciate your time. Let's get back to it.
Let's see. Who do we take? We'll take Ellie. And Vicar Max. Max is good at hacking stuff, so.
I've kept myself busy in your absence, optimized my formula. I'm now confident I can revive the remaining colonists. All I need now is the dimethyl sulfoxide. I'll take as much as you can give me. Human test subjects. Oh, that's grotesque. That's unthinkable. That's exactly what I'd expect out of the board. Damn, that's not enough. Not nearly enough for the whole ship. I could revive a handful of settlers. Maybe, possibly, 10. I know. I've suspected as much for years. Of course, I don't expect the board to do a thing about it. They've been driving our colony to the brink of destruction for decades. The board's mismanagement put our colony on the road to collapse. If we don't put a stop to them, thousands of colonists are going to die. Hold on. Let me see if I understand this correctly. You're saying that Halcyon's on the brink of total collapse? And the chairman's plan to save all of us is to save himself? I always knew Halcyon was heading toward a systems collapse, but I never imagined we were already there. The board made this crisis, and now they want to solve it by freezing the rest of us? That's not a plan. That's a goddamn escape clause. Do you realize what this means for the Hope? For your fellow colonists? The board's going to kill them all. Toss them out into space, just to make room in their hibernation chambers. Short of lining up every member of the board and shooting them in the back of the head. Do you know what's waiting for us on the Hope? Scientists, engineers, artists, the brightest minds Earth ever sent us, uncorrupted by the board. The board's going to dispose of them all and transform the Hope into a prison for the rest of us. They're likely on their way to the Hope as we speak. We need to get to those colonists before the board. I have enough chemicals to start reviving a few of them, but no easy way to get them off the Hope. Merciful gibbering law, you're a genius! We bring the hope to us. Skip the entire ship across the distance of colony space, right next to my lab. Yes, exactly. You're a step ahead of me, but I perceive the shape of your plan. If we link up the hope to the unreliable, then use your navigational computer to calculate a reasonably safe vector, we can skip the entire colony ship into the rings of Terra 2.
And that's going to work, without killing us in the process. I thought intra-system micro-jumps were prohibited for a reason.
Yes, there's always a risk of a catastrophic collision between the hope and, say, Terra 2, in theory. But you'll be fine, provided your calculations are correct.
I've got a healthy disregard for personal safety, but this sounds crazy, even to me.
Your instincts are correct. By any reasonable definition of sanity, this plan is crazy. Isn't it wonderful? You'll need to switch on the Hope's auxiliary power using the unreliable. Then head to the bridge. Your navigational computer, Ada, should be able to activate the Hope's skip drive. Once you've skipped the Hope next to my lab, I'll have easy access to the frozen colonists. I can start reviving them immediately. I know you're
Sounds like a
wondering why
plan
I'm
to
doing
me.
all this. Why I believe the people on the Hope are the answer to the colony's problems. The Hope is carrying some of humanity's most brilliant thinkers, scientists, engineers, experts in their field. If we work together, we can still find a way to save Halcyon. The board would have us believe Halcyon is beyond saving. I choose to believe otherwise. If there's even the slightest chance we can save Halcyon from oblivion, then we have to take it. You absolutely should. The adjutant must have sent you some kind of tracking code. If you don't use the code, she'll suspect you betrayed her. I think you should use the code and send a corrupted tracking signal. That should buy me some time. The board's going to catch up to me sooner or later. This way I'll have time to set up some particularly nasty defenses. Use my communications terminal to corrupt the tracking signal. While the board busies themselves trying to decipher it, I'll have plenty of time to prepare my defenses.
Can we talk?
Okay. So, Ellie wants to talk about this.
So we're really gonna do this? I've seen lots of crazy, Captain, but Phineas is in a class of his own. Do you really think he knows what he's doing? Sending us to skip the Hope into Terra 2's orbit right under the board's nose? There's a sobering thought. Makes me want to drink. I think this whole plan's insane, but it'll make a good story, you know, if we survive. Speaking of, I get that Phineas thinks he's saving the colony, but what about you? Why risk your neck on this crazy scheme? Come on, Captain. That sounds like a bad movie line. Still, all this depends on the other Hope colonists. Are they gonna pull us out of the shit? Or are we all just gonna leave a bigger, uglier stain on this corner of the galaxy?
Come on, number 4. You won't know.
Well, whenever you're ready to do this, I'm with you. Anything else?
Yeah, I should have brought the engineer with me. But I happen to have some, I guess I happen to have enough engineering skill. Yeah, this is, well, Okay, well, I think this is a good stopping point. We're going to stop here. And thanks for watching, guys. There'll probably be another couple of videos from Outer Worlds before we return to Middle Earth, but we will return to Middle Earth eventually. Don't forget, hit like and subscribe. And thanks for watching.